The ending of this episode, I think, sets up a fight, because by the end of it, we see Kuvira fucking around Toph's house. And Toph is just not gonna let her do that. Like, that is so obvious that she's gonna take a stand and try to protect her home. She left society to live in the swamp, to be okay with herself living alone, alright? So it's like, now you're threatening this place, I'm gonna have to kick your ass, and maybe because of plot purposes or plot convenience, Toph is probably going to lose, but this conflict is going to serve to reintroduce her into the main storyline with Korra. So that's a good thing. The episode is called Reunion, so I thought that we were going to get like an actual reunion of the 4 members of Team Avatar. Turns out we're 1 member short. I actually thought that they were going to meet up with Bolin before the episode ended, but that was not the case. So we have Korra, Asami, Mako, and then Prince Wu to substitute for Bolin. But by the end, Prince Wu gets dropped off on like Asami's house or whatever, and that's where Mako's family's living. The grandma has like this obsession with like Earth Kingdom royalty. I remember she had like this picture of the Earth Queen in her like a house, and she had like this little altar or something. So yeah, that's where Prince Wu ended up being, and I wonder why they're keeping this character around as much as they have been. I just wonder what his final purpose in this season is going to end up being. You know, because it can't just be comedy, because you have Varric and Bolin for that. Varric hasn't shaved, and they walk into a trap, and something that this episode introduces that we didn't know before is that Kuvira's empire is kind of like xenophobic. Like, it's for equality, but it discriminates against foreigners, because we find out that people that are not from Earth Kingdom descent are kind of like sent to re-education camps. So there's like that hostility when it comes to waterbenders and firebenders. I think it's important to realize that stuff like that like still goes on today. Like, because of the birth of the nation state, you create borders, and so you have like people within a specific territory labeled as citizens, and that perpetuates the us versus them mentality, which fosters discrimination against foreigners. And that happens today. It's like, it doesn't matter what country you're talking about, you know? Every country does it to a certain extent. So it just brings up the question of, what do you really mean when you say you're for equality? The fight at the checkpoint I thought was really cool. I liked how it was Varric who saved the day, because he's not a bender. So that kind of reminded me a little bit of like something that Sokka would do or try to do. But there was this one thing, because, okay, Bolin was great in that fight. He was holding it down. The only question I have is like, it took a while for Bolin to start using lava bending in the fight. And then there's like this robot that's about to go after him, and so he lava bends like an area, but the robot jumps, alright? So he's not affected by the lava, because he just leaps over that shit. But then it's like, wait, like at the end of the fight, Bolin is able to bend enough ground. Like the amount of area that he turns into lava is big enough so that I'm asking, like, why didn't he do that in the first place to make the robots fall in and just not be able to jump or anything? Then again, I think that would also shorten the fight. And I guess like seeing people melt in like this type of show would be too much. Yeah, but props to Bolin. He was doing a good job. And then you have like that 3D car chase with Korra and the others, you know. And, you know, sometimes the use of 3D in a 2D environment kind of takes me out of the show a little bit, but it looked really cool. Korra uses her newfound tracking ability with the spirit vine to find Prince Wu asleep in a puddle of his own slobber. And we saw a little bit of the train fight in the first trailer that came out with Asami. And so I thought Asami was going to go in and kick some serious ass, but the fight was kind of cut short because they end up jumping. And I have to say that I think Korra just looks really good in blue. So I'm glad that she has her waterbending outfit back, or her you know, her water tribe outfit. And you know, there's a Korrasami moment in this. You can't deny that, because Asami's like, I really like your hair. And she actually blushes. If you pause the scene and look at her cheeks, Korra blushes. Maybe Korra's journey of self-discovery also allowed her to find out that she rolls the other way. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it real. If I were a girl, I'd probably go lesbian for Asami, no joke. And it's so funny because Mako's like, wait, why didn't you write me? You know, writing hello would have been nice. She didn't write you because your letter sucked, Mako. This guy was writing Korra like stuff about what had happened in his work. It's like, nobody wants to hear that shit. Especially not in a letter. That'd be lame as hell. So you got Asami complimenting Korra, and then you got Mako holding Prince Wu's pee-pee to make sure he doesn't miss the urinal. I kind of wish that Bolin could have made the reunion, because he's kind of like the diffuser or the mediator. Whenever people start yelling in the group and they start going at each other's throats, he's kind of just there to be like, hey, it's gonna be okay. You know, he has a quick joke. This betters the mood. And in this episode, it's like, you haven't seen each other for like 3 years, and yet you're still yelling at each other for stupid stuff. That's why people get pets. That's why Korra has Naga. Because Naga doesn't judge you. Naga just shits all over the place and makes you clean the carpet. That's all she does. I think the season has been consistently good. I'm kind of thirsty now. I kind of want like a little bit of that cucumber water that they were drinking at the restaurant. Catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Like the review if you did. I appreciate that. Subscribe to my channel for more Legend of Korra reviews. And leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought.